Okay, hello, welcome everybody. My name is Halia. I am a golden I-10 card holder, and I've been with Archer Evolution for almost 4 years now. January will be 4 years. Today, we're going to go over how to eliminate your monthly fee, which is going to tie into the beginner profit pool. Okay, we're going to talk about team building, eliminating that monthly, and what that looks like. So you guys have a better understanding of what team building is, the profit pool, and all of that stuff. So first, we need to know what is the profit pool, right? You'll hear us talk a lot about profit pool. You'll hear us say profit pool, residual income, mentorship program, travel trainer program, sharing the business, whatever the case may be. Okay, we'll talk about team building. That's all essentially the same thing. Team building is when an agent decides, or if it happens organically, to take advantage of the optional side of our business. So any agent who holds a rank receives a piece of the pie or the profit pool, right? So when you start bringing agents on under you and on your team and enrolling them, you are starting to tap into the profit pool. Now you officially tap into it once you hit at least executive, which is going to be 3 agents, okay? And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the different ranks and the pay that is provided, okay? Now, the first rank is going to be executive, like I said, which is 3 business partners or 3 agents that you bring on. It's a 13% of the profit pool, which ranges to about $45 to $50 a month, okay? Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less. This is going to allow you for every other month to eliminate that monthly. So this is going to mitigate it, okay? The goal, I would say, for everybody should be to eliminate that monthly, right? Because you have the option to run your business for free and make it pay for itself. Why not take it, right? So the goal for that is going to be bronze. Okay. That is still small of 6 business partners. Okay. So you're bringing on 6 direct people. That is 14% of the profit pool. And that ranges to, lately, I've been seeing it closer to the $100, $110 a month range. Okay. That is going to completely eliminate that monthly fee. So now your business is 100% in the green. All right. Your overhead is taken care of. Any commissions you are earning are 100% profit to you. You also earn 10% of all of your travel, your agent's commissions. So those are also profit to you. And now you're good. Okay. I like to suggest for my agents to shoot for silver because this is going to provide a little bit of cushion. This is still a small team. This is 9 business partners. Okay. So 9 direct agents. All right. So you are enrolling 9 people. This is 20% of the profit pool. And this is going to be, I've seen lately, it's been closer to the $130-ish, $140-ish a month range. Okay. So this is going to give you, like I said, a little bit of cushion. All right. Now, I will say my silver accounts, I don't typically touch until there's a couple hundred, maybe a couple $1,000s in there. Okay. Then I'll pull some money out. But you guys can do this however you want. Okay. Then the next rank is our first real leadership position, and this is going to be gold. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit more complicated structure-wise. I'm just going to give you a kind of quick overview of it, and then we're going to continue on. We're not really going to dive into it too much because, again, this training is just to help you guys kind of understand the basics, okay? So gold is you need at least 15 direct agents. So you are enrolling at least 15 direct agents, okay? Think of it as like a family tree. I really love that example the best, a family tree. So you have 15 children, right? 3 of those children then decide to have their own children, and they have to at least have 9 of them. Okay, so 3 of those children have to at least be silvers. All right, now it doesn't have to be your direct agents be silvers. Maybe you bring on Bob, right? And then Bob brings on Sally, and then Sally brings on Sarah, I don't know. And then Sarah decides to build. That still counts, and Sarah gets to silver. That still counts towards one of your silvers, okay? Now, this is 12% of the profit pool, but you are earning at least $1,000 because you also get a leadership bonus, okay? So that is where that comes in. You get a $250 to $370 leadership bonus, profit pool, and then you get a $750 leadership bonus. So you are earning no less than $1,000, okay? No less than $1,000 every single month as long as you maintain that gold rank, okay? Before I move on, do you guys have any questions about the structure of gold, at least the quick little one? Or does that make sense to you guys? Makes sense? Okay. It's not a stupid question. I can guarantee you that.
I think it would be easier just to ask you.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's say the executive and then bronze. Is it three and then you add three more, or is it three and then plus six more? So it'd be nine for bronze? Doesn't make sense, does it?
No, can you say that again?
Okay, so if we're looking at executive, it says three business partners.
Yes.
Bronze says six business partners.
Yes.
So would it be the executive three business partners plus three more equals bronze?
I think you're complicating it too much. If
Okay,
you have three business partners, right, you're bringing on three agents, you are executive. Once you bring on your sixth agent, you are bronze.
got it.
You bring on
Okay,
your
thank
ninth
you.
agent, you are silver. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
not math, you're not
Okay.
adding it on, you're just it's total.
Yeah, it's total.
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to platinum real quick? We're going to do a quick overview of platinum. Okay. I'm going to take that as we're good. So platinum is an organization of 300. Okay. Meaning you don't have to individually bring on all 300 people, right? If you have other agents that are team building, they count towards your 300. Okay. However, the stipulation is each child, if they have more than 100 people on their team, only 100 count towards your platinum. So you can have up to 100 that count on that leg, as we call it, right? So if you have, let's say you have direct 20 agents, right? And Bob has direct 40 agents. And Sally had, or you should use different names. Tommy is another direct of yours. Tommy has direct 40 agents as well. Where are we at now? 80, 20, I think we're at like 100, right? I don't know. Let's say you have Amber, who is another direct of yours, who has 150 agents on her team. How many of her 150 count towards your platinum? I want to see if you guys
Only 100.
only 100. Exactly. So now you have what, 200, right? So you still have that 100 to go. You only get 100. Does that make sense to you guys? I want to make sure we're good. Yes. Okay, perfect. This is 30% of the profit pool. So from the profit pool, you're getting about 1750 to 2300. It ranges based off of the size of the profit pool that month, okay? And then you're getting a guaranteed 1750 leadership bonus, all right? So in total, this is about 2500 to about $4,000 a month. I've seen from what I've been talking to the platinums, right? It's typically closer to that $44,000 a month. It ranges between 3 to 4 is the most common. All right. These are the beginner ranks that you need to know. We have other ranks from platinum, then we have 1 star all the way up to 5 star, right? Each has their own requirements as far as structure and their own pay too. But we're just going to focus right now on this, okay? Because like I said, I want you guys to just understand the basics. All right. What are the benefits of the profit pool? One, you have the ability to eliminate your monthly fee, right? It's going to be deducted from your e-wallet. So rather than coming from your credit card, it's going to deduct from your e-wallet first, as long as you have enough money in there. You also have the ability to maximize your income. Not only are you receiving that residual income from the profit pool and the leadership bonuses, you also, like I mentioned before, receive 10% of all of your direct agents' personal bookings, okay? You also are helping grow the company, okay? And as you grow your team and the company grows, the more income that goes into that profit pool and the more income that comes back to us, okay? You also can help others achieve their goals, just how somebody shared this business with you and is helping you achieve your business goals. You have the ability to do the same. There we go. You can help add into our culture and create your own culture, right? We have such a phenomenal culture here in this company. We truly are like family here, at least in my opinion. So why wouldn't you want to share that, right? Why wouldn't you want to bless somebody with not only the ability to earn income and work whenever you want, wherever you want, and be in control over your schedule, your income, all of that stuff, but also the support that we have here, okay? Oh, I always think that there's a sixth one. Every time I do this, I always think that there's a sixth one. So, what is intentional versus organic types of team building? All right. Intentional is when you decide to start actively building a team by posting on social media groups or job ads or various different platforms. Okay. The first step of intentional team building, honestly, is taking this training and understanding the basics of it and then starting, right? Organic is when you're simply posting about, your business and how excited you are and sharing your passion, and others gravitate towards you and want to know more information, okay? We already teach you how to attract people to your social media, whether it's for team building or travel clients. And if you're only doing travel client, like if you're only working on travel clients and somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, how are you doing what you're doing?" You're probably not going to say, "Oh, I can't tell you," right? You're probably going to share that. That is the organic side. All right. So however you decide to, or however it starts for you, those are typically the two ways that it starts. All right. Now, where can we market on? How do we even do that, right? Well, first we have our hot market, which are people you know, family, friends, current coworkers, things like that. Okay, those are types of people that you can tell about being a travel agent and so on and so forth. We also have our warm market. These are going to be acquaintances, friends of your family, family of your friends, right? And I would even throw in like social media followers on here that are our friends that are already like have been following you for a while, things like that. Because they start off cold market, but then they go to warm market once they follow you and interact with you, right? And then we have cold market, which is going to be the beginning of social media, jobs ads, people you meet in, wherever you're at, okay, in the world, doing day-to-day stuff. That is our cold market, okay? Now, if you want to start team building or when you want to start, you want to actively start doing it, not just organically, right? Actively. The first thing you guys are going to want to do is let your mentor know. All right, let them know. Ask them about doing a one-on-one, and they'll be able to guide you in the beginning steps of building that team. Okay. You can also see if there's any specific training on getting started, like this one, and then other training as well. Okay. There is, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there is one coming up soon. So just check the monthly calendar, see if there's any trainings coming up about team building, okay? Let your mentor know and do that one-on-one, and then look for any specific trainings. We also have on our TK website, we have a whole tab of team building stuff, so you can look there too. Once you have someone interested, what do you want to do, right? How do you even go about getting this done? The first thing you want to do is you want to schedule them for a live presentation, all right? And your mentor will show you how to do this step by step, okay? We have corporate presentations 6 days a week. We have our TK presentations, I think 5 days a week. So you have more than enough scheduled times to choose from. And when you add all of them up, we're having presentations every single day of the month, okay? All the time at different times too. We have some in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. They're all over the place, okay? So there shouldn't be any reason why somebody can't attend one of those, all right? This actually, like I said, needs to be updated because corporate presentations are typically 2 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day, but they're actually Monday through Saturday now. And then we have our TK ones as well. There are also Spanish presentations on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So that has been changed as well. And then, like I said, TK is every single day. The presentation calendars are in our TK Facebook group under the featured section. Sarah has a post up there with the different calendars, okay? You can also find the corporate ones in your back office on your home page. They should be there too. You guys just have to invite the prospect there, get them to the meeting, and then the senior agent will present all of the information. We are trained on how to do this a specific way to get enrollments, okay? Once you're done, once they're done with the presentation, if they're ready, you can send your enrollment link and get them to sign up. And your mentor will help you with all of those steps as well. Okay. You can either manually schedule them or use Calendly. I personally really like Calendly, but you can manually schedule as well. The main thing, you guys, when you are scheduling your prospects is do not get caught up in answering questions. All right. I always refer them that all of the questions will be answered during the meeting. Okay. And I leave it at that. And again, your mentor will walk you through step by step on how to invite. And if you guys want, let me know. I can do the master the invite training in probably next week or something like that. I have to see if it's not already being done, but let me know if you guys want to do that and I can figure that out to do that too. Alrighty. What's in the chat? Yes. Okay. I'll look at it. I'll look at the calendar tonight and I'll see if it is already being done. And if it's not already being done, then I will schedule that and I'll announce it and everything. All right. If you need extra assistance in closing a prospect, like they just have a bunch of questions and they really just want to talk to somebody on the phone, you can always set it up for a three-way call. All right. These are super helpful because you are really not going to be doing anything. Okay. You're going to be calling your leader and your prospect, and your leader is going to be doing all the work for you. Okay. You want to set that up with your leader beforehand. I would typically say go for the platinums. All right. Message the platinums or your gold, and we'll be able to figure that out and set that up for you. Your potential partner won't know who the agent is, so you must edify your senior agent, okay? I have a training on my YouTube, and you guys can, like I said, once I post this in TK, you guys can check out my YouTube. I have a training on there about edification, what it is, why it's important, and how to do it, all right? So you guys can watch that later. Essentially, there are 4 types of personalities that people will typically fall under. Now, people will fall under multiple, but there's always one main one, right? When we are edifying our leaders, we are basically hitting all 4 types because we don't know who this person is or what their personality type is, right? So we're hitting all 4 types. Your senior leader will then take over the call and begin answering any questions, having that conversation with your prospect. You put yourself on mute, stay quiet, and just listen and learn, okay? Now, how do you enroll somebody? Okay, once somebody sends you or goes to the meeting and tells you that they are ready to get started, you want to know how to enroll them, right? This is through your enrollment link. So when you are logged into your back office, on the top right corner, it's going to say enroll an agent and then log out. You're going to click on enroll an agent, okay? I need to update these slides. I do not advise them to create a new email. They can use their email. They can always change it later. That's going to take too much time. Okay. You can enroll it. The only tips I give them is to leave the company field blank and no special characters in their password, as well as for their website, they can just use their first and last name and some numbers, or their last and first name and some numbers for now, because they can change that later, right? I want them to enroll immediately. I don't want them to then go take time to, create a new email and have all that, and then it takes too long. I want them to get in and get started as soon as possible. All right. Once they have their agent ID, you can send them the onboarding script. Now you can get this from your platinum. Each platinum has a different onboarding script. Ask your mentor or your gold or platinum, and they will give it to you. All right. Once they get that onboarding script, you want to guide them. What I like to do is I personally like to send a voice memo guiding them to their certification. Okay. I also like to get on the phone with them within the first 24 to 48 hours to build that rapport and that trust with them and start building that relationship. This helps keep an open line of communication with my agents so they know that whenever they have questions, they can come to me. And I also get a better understanding of why they joined this business and what their goals are immediately, so I know how to help them, okay? You can also make sure that they're staying on task with the onboarding. They're not trying to do too much too quickly. There are some of the steps that take a little bit longer, and so if somebody tells you within 24 hours they're done, it's most likely not true, right? So you kind of want to guide them through all of that. Make sure they don't skip any steps, especially joining the team or chat groups. I will say, you guys, do not add your agents to the groups or the chats or anything like that until they are at the point where they are joining themselves. All right. the onboarding is set up in a specific way to help people not get too overwhelmed too quickly. And if you add them to chats or groups too quickly, they will get overwhelmed. And a lot of times that's when they leave really quickly. All right. So if you don't want that, let them follow those steps. They're part of their onboarding is to join those specific chats and groups. Okay. So don't add them, they will join. All right. And remember, not only for you guys, but for them as well, the key to success is staying plugged in and asking lots of questions. So you ask your mentor lots of questions, allow them to ask you lots of questions, tell them that you are open for any questions you're open to hear, like you're here to help them in all the different things, okay? Now we're going to go into the structure, the pay, and a little bit more of that stuff. And then that's it, okay? So as a US agent, you are allowed 2 accounts for your social security number. So you can enroll twice for your social security number, and you are allowed 2 accounts for your EIN. Where this mainly comes in is the team building part. If you are working on gold, right? Once you hit silver, you get a little bit of cushion on there, and you're working towards gold, okay? If you don't have team builder, you can open up your own account and become your own gold. So your 3 silvers can be your own account, your own self, right? This can also help work towards platinum and getting you guys more, spreading out those numbers a little bit more evenly, right? I'm not going to dive too much into how to do that because that's more for when you're at those points. If you're at those points or you feel like you're getting close to those points, reach out to your mentor. They'll be able to guide you through that. All right. Whatever rank you hold on the last day of the month at 11:59 PST is what you will get paid for the following month. So if you are bronze at 11:59 PM PST, you're getting paid bronze the next month. If you are silver, you're getting paid silver. If you are gold, you have to then hold it for 7 days. Okay. Gold and up, you have to hold for 7 days. If you are typically a gold and you lose somebody and you're a silver, on the last day of the month at 11:59 PST, you are then going to get paid for silver. Do you guys have any questions regarding that? Okay, perfect. You will see different things, different like kind of tags on your agents and yourself in your back office. When you see qualified, that means you must, in order to be qualified, that means you have paid your monthly fee and you must be qualified and have your account be active in order to be paid residuals, okay? Residuals are paid every Friday after the 15th. So that would be this Friday for this month, right? If the 15th is a Friday, it's going to be paid out the following Friday. All right. The funds are deposited into your e-wallet in your back office, which if you're on your dashboard, the e-wallet is the one all the way on the right-hand side, the orange one. They're deposited the Wednesday before. Okay. So that means today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So that means tomorrow. Tomorrow they will be deposited into our e-wallets. And by 12 p.m. PST, we have to request that transfer or request the withdrawal, actually. Sorry, request the withdrawal in order to be paid out that Friday, in order to be paid out this Friday. If you withdraw after 12 p.m., you will be paid out the following Friday. Okay. If your monthly due date, your monthly payment date falls on residual payday and you do not have enough money in your e-wallet, make sure your card is up to date, okay? And it has funds. Your monthly payment runs at midnight. And like I said, residuals are put in there later in the day, okay? So you want to make sure that you have enough money in there in your either in your e-wallet or on your card. So that way you can, you're active to get paid out residuals, all right? Let's see where else. Oh, the system will also automatically hold $89.99 for your next payment. Okay, you can withdraw anything over that amount, but there is a minimum of $25 that must be available after the monthly fee amount in order to withdraw it. So if you have $95 in there, it will not let you withdraw it. Okay, you have to at least have $25 left over from that monthly payment in order to withdraw that amount and get paid. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? And feel free to unmute as well.
Aaliyah,
One second. Let me read this one that is in the chat, and then Tracy, I'll come to you, okay? Do the residuals withdraw once you qualify automatically? Switch from your card to your account. Do the residuals withdraw once you qualify, automatically switch from your card or to your account?
I may have been typing that too quickly. I was
Okay.
just wondering, does it automatically switch once you qualify? Or is it something that we have to do?
Does
Do
what
we go
automatically switch?
from my personal card to my account?
So once you
I'm
hit bronze,
doing good. Yes.
once you have at least 89.99 in your e-wallet, the system automatically tries to take money from your e-wallet
Okay.
first before your account. So if there's money in the e-wallet, it's going to try there first. Does that make sense? Does
That's what
that
I
answer
was,
your
yeah,
question?
it does. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Tracy, what was your question?
All right, I don't know if I'll lose you. I'm in the country driving to some high school and then in the middle of nowhere for my daughter's game. Hopefully it won't cut out. So when you were talking about having two for your social or two for your EIN, so to your example from earlier about Angela, whoever it was, having 150 under one, but if she opened up a second account with her social and had like 100 under one and then 50 under the second one, then you being above her would get to count all the
No,
150.
no,
No. Okay.
because that's still on the same, Angela would be opening that up under her, right? So
So
that's
it
still on the same leg.
okay, because it's so for her it would count as like a different leg, but not for you.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
it's still her, but for
Exactly.
her it would count. Okay.
Exactly. So for me, for example, I got my gold by opening up those different accounts. So I have my main account that has, I think right now, 16 direct agents. And then I have my other three accounts that have what I need to get to gold. That's how I got my gold.
Interesting. All under you.
Yes.
Huh. Yeah. So I didn't realize till I went to a luncheon with Heidi. Heidi Ripple's my mentor. I didn't realize that that's totally a thing that
Yeah.
you do in platinums and how you can have more than one line and then with your social, with your EIN.
Yes.
And I was like, way to work the system. I had no idea.
Yes. So founders set it up that way. So that way you don't have to rely on other people to get to where you want to be. You can do it yourself if you want to. Is it a little bit harder? Yes, absolutely. Because now you're the only one really working. But it still gives you that option to get to your goals without having to rely on anybody.
Yeah, and then you just have to organize it and keep like you'd have three different agent numbers, right? Or two.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, four in total, because you'd have your main and then the other three accounts that you can have. Because you can have one more under, so two under your social and then two under your EIN. So four.
So for you specifically, once you had like 15 under you, then you were like, okay, well, now I'll open up my second leg. Like you only
Not until I had 18, because you'll remember you want to have a little bit of cushion. So if someone falls off, you don't automatically lose that
right,
rank,
right.
right? So once I had 18, then I opened up my second account with my social. Once I got that one to 12, because again, silver is nine, so you want to have a little bit of cushion. Once I got that one to at least 12, I then opened up the next one under my EIN. Once I got that one to 12, I opened up the next one under my EIN until I got that one to at least nine. Or well, I got it to 12. But once nine hits, then I'm officially gold.
And then you're having to pay your fee times three or four. But if
No.
you're pulling in 1,000 a month being gold, it doesn't
You're not
matter.
paying you're only paying the enrollment. You're not paying the monthly because those accounts are now silver. So those accounts are earning residual income and eliminating their monthly.
Right. Okay. So, but when you open, like before they reach that status, you're just paying, double your fee or whatever until they grow enough that they pay for themselves.
I mean, and once you get to bronze, which is only six. So if you are working and you have that momentum, I didn't pay monthly fees on any of them. I still
Wow.
don't.
That's awesome.
I only paid the enrollment.
All right.
And that's how it's like we set it up that way. That's why I'm saying like talk to your mentor because they'll walk you through step by step when you're ready to do that. So you set it up that way so you're not paying for monthlies because that's ridiculous. You don't need to be doing that. We're going to
So
set you up in a way that you don't do that.
so you would just sign up like 9 people in 1 month? Does that happen?
Yeah. Well, 6 for bronze to not pay it, right? Technically. 9 to be silver to count for it to count towards your gold.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I don't have anybody under me. I've been sitting on this business for 2 years, just started booking travel a couple months ago. So this is all new. So thank you
Yeah, of course.
for answering the question.
Angela told me she signed up over 20. Yeah, it's possible. You just gotta, keep doing, keep working. Alrighty, guys. Any other questions?
What would you say was your percent in your personal experience, percentage of organic and then
Oh,
trying like working for
I have no idea.
it?
I have not a clue. I don't really, to be completely honest, I don't really track that. Um, I just
I
I'm
mean, like half and
starting.
half, or like,
I have literally no idea. I'm just going. I speak to so many people that I don't remember where they're from unless they tell me, like, oh, I've been following you on Facebook and I DM'd you. That's organic, right? Or if I'm like reaching out to them because of whatever post I'm doing. Like I speak to so many people on a day, I have no idea where these people come from unless they tell me. So
okay,
I
I
have
guess
no idea.
I was thinking of organic as more like you're signing up like friends and family, people that you know, like before you started the business,
No, so it doesn't
and
have
they're
to be
coming to
that.
you saying,
Yeah, organic
okay,
doesn't necessarily have to be your friends and family. I don't have any friends or family in this business. Organic can be somebody is, following you, they heard you're a travel agent or they're watching you or whatever, and they reach out to you. Intentional is when you are posting something and they're reaching out to you because of that post specifically about being a travel agent. Organic is just you're just sharing, your life and they want to join. Not necessarily friends and family.
gotcha. Yeah, so all of those could be no friends or family, but yeah, I get it. So you're kind of more like chasing, like advertising more
Right. Right.
versus them attracting, like, oh, I want to have what she has, and then they come to you.
Right. Right. I don't have anybody in this business that I knew beforehand.
Really
Yeah.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Besides my girlfriend, but she didn't really have a choice. I created her accounts for her too. But yeah. All right. Any other questions? All righty. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Let me stop the recording.